Agra has a rich history reflected in its numerous historic monuments dotted in and around the city. The Archaeological Survey of India is preserving this heritage with complete dedication and responsibility. One of these incredible cultural wealth is Agra Fort. It is one of the most important fort amongst the various forts of India, which had also been the main residence of the Mughal emperors until 1638. Commissioned by Mughal Emperor Akbar, this fort was rebuilt on an existing bricks fort known as Badalgarh in 1565. It was rebuilt and reformed with red sandstone majorly from Bareilly area within a time span of 8 years. Semicircular on plan with the contour running parallel to the Yamuna river, the fort is surrounded by a 21-meter high double fortification wall with bastion at regular intervals and deep broad moat running all around it for security purpose. The fort has 4 main gates, out of which the southern gate, known as Amar Singh Gate, happens to be the sole entry point for the tourist nowadays. According to the renowned historian Abul Fazl, the fort had as many as 500 beautiful buildings. Out of them, currently only 30 are left, which are mainly situated on the riverside. Moving inside the fort from the Amar Singh Gate, the first building visible is the Jahangir's Mahal. This palace is believed to be built by Akbar for his son Jahangir as his private residence. Being one of the main attraction of the fort, the outer part of this palace is built of red sandstone, decorated with beautiful carving and marble inlay work with intricate Hindu and Islamic motifs. The main attraction of this palace is the huge front fascia with carved lotus parapets, engraved panels, synergized balconies, brackets and marble carving and inlay, making it an eye-catching and attractive must-visit historic building. Khas Mahal private palace dates from the period of Emperor Shah Jahan and was built between 1631 to 1640. Built of pure white marble, it was once decorated with painted floral motifs which have now faded. On the east it overlooks the Yamuna and on its west is the Anguri Bagh, a garden in 4 bagh or 4-plot plan. The Khas Mahal has a beautiful tank in front with fountain, white marble pavilion and open courts. The central hall or Baradari and the adjoining colonnade or portico is almost of same size. The arched recesses of the main hall lead to the side rooms. The richly ornamented ceilings of the palace are flat and the complex has stylishly carved and molded brackets. Ancient historian Lahori named this as Aramgaha, the restroom of Emperor Shah Jahan. As the name suggests, Anguri Bagh was known for its rich harvest of grapes and floral, and was also the central area of the Janana or Royal Ladies' Quarter. The garden was meant to be a private area of relaxation for the royal ladies. It is divided into 4 quadrants by an elevated marble pathway with a pond and fountain in center. Each quadrant of the garden is further divided into various subdivisions with elaborated geometric patterns. It is believed that this garden used to be filled with grapes vines, which was used to prepare wine for the emperor. To the northeast of Anguri Bagh are structures which were used as the royal bath houses or hammams and were extravagantly decorated with the fine wall paintings. The remaining 3 sides of the garden are flanked by double-storied red sandstone arcades covered in white plaster, featuring curved cornices. On either side of central hall of Khas Mahal are 2 identical rectangular pavilions with the bangla roof, which are believed to be built by Shah Jahan for his daughters Jahanara and Roshanara. Both of these buildings are made of red sandstone covered with white plaster, which resemble the white marble. The interiors are profusely ornamented in floral and geometric patterns from the dados to the ceiling. The pavilions are separated from the central hall by a high marble wall. Sheesh Mahal. Sheesh Mahal, or the Glass Palace, is one of the most fabulous buildings of the Agra fort, mainly due to the wide use of mirrors in its walls and ceilings. Located on the western side of the Burj Musamman, it was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan between 1631 to 1640 and served as the imperial bath of the emperor. When illuminated, the mirrors would lend a sparkling effect of the entire palace. Abdul Hamid Lahori, Shah Jahan's historian, wrote that these fascinating mirrors were brought from Halab, Syria, especially for this purpose. For the reason, he also referred to this structure as a Shishai Halebi. The internal chamber also consisted of a marble tank with fountains along with arrangement for hot and cold water. In addition, marble doors were also installed in these chambers so that they could also be used as steam bath. Burj Musamman, or octagonal bastion, has an important place amongst the various buildings built by Shah Jahan. It is situated at the location where the main wall of the fort takes a turn towards the east. This east-facing palace is made on the tallest elevation of the fort towards the river Yamuna. It is said that at first a small marble palace built by Akbar was situated at the site, which was demolished by Jahangir. As mentioned by Lahori, Shah Jahan had rebuilt this between years 1632 to 1640 and erected the multi-storied marble tower inlaid with precious stones for Mumtaz Mahal. Made of delicate marble lattices with ornamental niches with decoration on wall in pietra dura, it is surrounded by a veranda with projecting jharoka on its easternmost side, an elegant marble screen on the riverfront side. Along with marble lattices and ornamental niches, The pavilion has a beautiful carved central lotus fountain. The vaulted marble roof of the pavilion was once painted royally with gold and other colors. A self-contained building in itself. It has its own separate courtyard and baths, and one can reach the imperial baths and Diwan-e-Khas through a passage here. It is here that Shah Jahan had spent his last few years as a captive of his son Aurangzeb. It is believed that he lay here on his death bed while gazing at the Taj Mahal. After 8 years of imprisonment, he died in the year 1666. The tower looks out over the river Yamuna and is considered to have one of the most poignant views of the Taj Mahal. Diwan-e-Khas, or Hall of Private Audience, was also built by Shah Jahan to receive courtiers and royal guests. Constructed in 1635, it had 2 halls, and the interior hall was known as Tambi Khana. Open on 3 sides, one can enter it through 5 arched openings supported on double columns. The chambers were profusely decorated with high refined inlay work in floral patterns on the border of the dados and exquisite carving in the middle in relief. Meena Masjid. Meena Masjid is a small white marble mosque devoid of any of decoration. Was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan for his personal use. It consists of 3 arched prayer rooms with a porch in front. It is believed that Shah Jahan used to use this mosque for his prayers during his imprisonment. Nagina Masjid, built in around 1636, was a private mosque built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in white marble for the royal ladies. The mosque is open on 3 sides with a courtyard in front and is curtained within high walls at all sides. The mosque is separated into 3 bays by simple pillars with cusped arches and is topped by 3 majestic domes with metal finials. The balcony has skirting plays an important role in elevating the main room of the building. A small tank with a fountain is present for wuzu in front of the mosque. This is the most beautiful mosque amongst the Shah Jahan's personal mosques after Moti Masjid. Diwan-e-Am, or Hall of Audience, was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan to hold public meetings. As quoted by Lahori during Akbar's reign, initially Diwan-e-Am was not made of sandstone. Instead, it was in wood with tents. Built between 1631 to 1640, the hall is placed away from the river front and on a lower level. It is open on 3 sides and overlooks a large courtyard. The interior is formed of 3 aisles of cusped arches, giving an elegant and harmonious appearance. The huge assembly hall, measuring 201 by 67, has flat roof and 2 arched red sandstone gateway to the north and south. The facade has an arcade with 9 bold arches, and the hall is divided into 3 aisles, while the rest of the construction is of red sandstone coated with white shell plaster. There is the place from where the emperor used to address the public. The East India Company used this during 1803 to 1857 for storing their arms and ammunition here. This building has been restored by the Archaeological Survey of India in its original form. The Agra Fort is a spectacular combination of finesse and design and holds importance in terms of architectural history. Designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site,